are the days of American hegemony coming to an end. When you look at Iranian and Saudi diplomatic relations being resumed after 7 years in 2023, brokered by China and Iraq, and now after Iran fired hundreds of ballistic missiles into the territories of Israel towards its military bases for the revenge of killing Hamas and Hezbollah leaders in Lebanon, have propelled Saudi Foreign Minister and Iranian President to meet up in Doha, Qatar, to discuss what might be the good thing for the Middle East to be dominated by the Muslim population, while also countering the American and Israel axis, which is causing a lot of havoc in the Middle East, creating the destruction of life in a large scale and also destruction of property. And since the October 7, when Israel was being attacked by Hamas militants, which it calls a terrorist attack, killing thousands of people, and soon after that Israel has launched counter-offensive to defend its security and national interest by firing bombs in hospital, schools and place of worship, killing innocent civilians, mostly women and children, has caused a lot of trouble in the Middle East. And when you have Russia stationed in Syria for over 10 years countering the US and Europe's plan to destabilize Syria by making sure of the Syrian government stays in power, Bashar al-Assad is still in power while the country is in ruins. But this does not mean that Russians will be giving up their power in Syria to fight in Ukraine. Not only this, but Russians have already gone to Iran with their missile defense systems, with their military troops, and if whenever US wants to strike Iran, they will retaliate alongside Iran, because US has already heavily involved in Ukraine against Russia by providing ammunition, intelligence, funding against Russia. And also Chinese are very much deeply troubled by the fact that US has designated China as the number one threat to its national security, and they might also see that as an opportunity to side with Iran to destabilize United States in the Middle East. And this also proves the point that majority of the nations in the United Nations have passed resolution against Israel for ceasefire in Palestine, Lebanon, but United States and others have vetoed as always to support Israel's right to defense, which is causing a lot of trouble. A number of casualties in 1 year done by Israel has gone up. More than 40,000 Palestinian innocent women and children have died as Israel began its counteroffensive to exterminate Hamas militant group from the face of the earth. So this has a lot of things to do with why the structure like BRICS Plus is trying to provide an alternative to United States financial system, economic model, as well as the geopolitical tensions, as if you no longer can have to depend on United States for financial system, for education, for technology, then why do you bother to obey what United States rules around the globe, which has already been demonstrated by number of sanctions imposed by US and other nations if they don't act according to United States interest. So Iran as a military power is hard to invade, and it would be a miracle if United States and Israel could counter Iran's possibilities, because Iranians have built tunnels inside mountains to harbor their ballistic missiles by the hundreds of thousands, drones, fighter jets. Even they might have developed nuclear weapons. Who knows? They were in the verge of making nuclear weapons before 4 or 5 years. That means Iran's capabilities cannot be underscored, and Russian missile defense systems, S-400 systems, have already proven to be very effective, while also anti-ship missiles, anti-aircraft missiles will also be used extensively if United States gets involved in Israel-Iran war. And US only has two ways to solve this crisis: either to go full out war and devastate the world and itself, and other option is to carry out diplomatic solution to ceasefire in Gaza, Lebanon, by pressuring Israel to come to negotiation and end the bloody conflict. If not, it's only a matter of time that the power struggle will eat United States and Israel alive, and they will be mediocre power, unable to exert as much as they would like in the world.